village, and we are present in Enugu State House of Assembly complex to engage in accountability and engagement discussion. Please stay tuned as we proceed. The Honorable, may we have your name and the constituency you represent?
Thank you very much. My name is Obiajulu Princess Ugu. I am the Deputy Chief Whip, Enugu State House of Assembly, and the member representing Enugu South Rural Constituency. Recently, I was just made the chairperson on the movement on ending violence against women and girls. It's an ECOWAS portfolio for all female parliamentarians around the countries of the West Africa. And I'd like to add that I am a women advocate. I advocate for inclusion of women and the rights of the girl child and children. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Moving forward, Honorable, how often do you consult your constituents to know what they need? And also, what are your visions for women? And what program do you have in mind for young women?
Okay, we're going to do it. So the first one was, how often do I consult my constituents? And then the women.
What are your
vision for women? And then the third one is programs for young women. Okay, so how often do I interact with, do I reach out to my constituents? And the simple answer to that question is, I'm very sure that the media village would have tried to reach some legislators in the past or recently who they may not be able to reach. So how often is very often. We run an open door policy. I run an open door policy here. What this means is that every person who is a constituent is entitled at any time between the working days of Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to walk in and have an interaction here with me. I also have a constituency office located at number 1 Kenneth Road, Abandi Road, which is at the center of my constituency. The reason why that office is there is so that we can have people staying within the constituency come in there, drop their mails. Those who may not be able to get as far as the state assembly here inside the city, drop their complaints, anything at all they want to talk about there. But you see, constituents will always prefer to come around and have a one-on-one, face-to-face with their representative. And by God's grace, we've been able to leave our doors open to interact with our constituents. And that has really helped us, because you cannot lead your people from afar. You will have to be, if you don't interact with them, how will you know exactly where it's pinching them? It's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing for the one who interacts and the one who sits down and thinks that because you're a legislator representing them, you are most likely going to be know what they will want. It doesn't work that way. So I'm also using this opportunity to say our doors are open. If there are things you feel that are not going how they should go, what my duty as a legislator is to represent my people. Representation means to hear them out and then make laws according to their demands. And when I make those laws, I will also oversight them to ensure that those laws are followed accurately. Then for my vision for women, already you could have seen when you walked in here, I said I am a women's advocate. I breathe inclusion. I breathe advocacy for inclusion. And in my constituency so far, you can comfortably say that people will always say, everything you say is about this one and the other one. But This community of women have been overly marginalized. We are the women who come out, clap hands, sing songs, support politicians, but are rarely included in governance. So my simple vision for women, especially in my constituency and across the state and even the nation and the entire region of Africa, is that I want to see women properly included in the leadership and governance of our region, Africa. For the young women, I'm happy that you asked about programs. I cannot say enough of my interactions with young women. One of the things I learned or I know is that you will need to leave a legacy of passing what you know, what you think should continue to the next generation. If you have not done that, I feel anyone who have not done that have not succeeded, have failed. So my programs for young women mainly spans around mentorship. Currently, we are running a mentorship program. This is the 4th week in that program for young women. We have a few young men who insisted that they cannot wait for the mentorship class for the young men to come up. So we are mentoring the young women, and currently it is leadership mentorship. We've had the business mentorship, we've had the agri mentorship. This office has sent some of my constituents, young girls between the ages of 18 and 35, to the Songhai farm sponsored in Owerri, and then I think Ogun State, the first set, and the other one. So programs for young women spans around every aspect of the economy, society, financial, every aspect. We also have, I also started a football academy for young girls in 2023, October 2023. It's called the Zoha Football Academy. What is the plan? What is the vision of this academy? The academy wants to harness young talents from the rural communities of Enugu South, possibly beyond Enugu South, who have talents in football, help them grow and become stars in football. By God's grace, that academy has stayed since 2023 up till date. And so I have just mentioned mentorship, leadership mentorship, sports, business, agric, about 4 different programs for young women and even young men, because if you keep making the young women to be okay and the young men are not comfortable too, what you will get is a reverse of what you're looking for, because those ones that are not comfortable will keep complaining. So we are focusing, this office is focusing on not just the young girls, on young women, but also on the young men as allies. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you for that. Moving forward, is there any scholarship program the office has initiated?
Okay, so let me go back to the duties of a legislator. Now, the duties of I think, okay, that was a pre-interaction before we got into this interview. I remember saying that the duties of a legislator, the executive, and the judiciary are usually intertwined. These 3 arms of government. So my duty, I will focus on my duty as a legislator. My duty as a legislator does not allow me to give scholarship to anyone. Okay? My duty is simple. 3 key duties. It is representation, it is lawmaking, and it is oversight. So if you're going to be asking what ways have we made sure that the quality of education based on the appropriation that we passed for education in Enugu State, the governor of Enugu State wanted or is building 260 smart schools all over the state. per word. Each word has one to it. So my duty as a concerns education is to be sure that the smart schools in my constituency are up to standard, that they are working, and when they are not working, that I make my complaints and make sure that the normal standard is brought to it. Okay, so those are my duties: representation, lawmaking, and oversight. This does not rule out the fact that I can do community social responsibilities. There are certain CSRs that I can, carry out myself to support the constituency that I am representing.
Yes, that's wonderful. When you were talking, you talked about young girls or academic.
Yeah.
Now, is there any mechanism that you put in place for sustainability? Sustain, that is after you have left the office.
Okay, so yes, what we have put in place, football have always been known as a men's thing. Okay, so certain times when you employ men to manage the football team for you, you could be seeing counter responses from these men, because most times they don't catch your vision, they don't understand what it is about. So what have we put in place? I am not going to be sharing that openly, but what we intend to do, like I said, is to harness this talent from the grassroots. Football is good. It will give some of them money. It may not give all of them money. We have programmed how we want these ones to get their education while playing football. Like I said, this is an idea, this is a vision, and it's not something I intend to share openly. When we unravel it fully, the whole constituents will hear about it.
You also talked about training. You sponsored some of your constituents, young girls' child for training. After the training, what happened? Were there any way to source loan or grants?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something, and that is why I like what Enugu Media Village is doing. Oftentimes, when you do things for constituents, people take those things and then they don't want to talk about it, they don't speak about it. Okay, so these ones who went, a few of them actually came back, like the Bible says, the 10 lepers, only one came back to say thank you. We have some of them who just after the training, with the grants they were given, they eloped. Okay, so I had a conversation with the Commissioner for Agriculture, and I said, from now henceforth, do what I did. A young lady came here and said she was in school, I think in her final year that year, and that she was finding it difficult to get her transport to school, but that she has something that she can do, that she can bake, and if I can give her startup fund, that she's going to bake and she would not have need to ask me for transport money again. She can use that to sustain herself. So I asked her a certain question. I said, do you have the market? Where do you think you want to sell these your items when you start producing them? Because producing them is one thing. If you are not able to market it, then it's a waste. Before you know it, you bake today, you don't sell tomorrow, you don't sell. The whole capital for the business disappears, and you're back to square one. And she told me where her market was, and I agreed with it. The best market you can have in this world is market where you have school children. They must buy, they must eat, and I agreed with her. But there was something we did. Because we are giving people money. I remember giving a woman money here to start her food business. and she disappears into the thin air, and after some time I hear she's begging all over again because we gave her money. So what did I do this time? Of course, I bake too, and so I know the basics. I know I need flour, I need margarine, I need egg, I need oil, and certain things. And when she brought her long list, I said, these are the key things you need. And come so time, we are going to plan and have it on ground for you. And we got those things. And happily, I can say it anywhere that I'm so proud of that young woman. She expanded that her small thing that we gave her. She was prudent, made sure that from just doing small puff, she came here one day and brought a full box of what do you call it, small chops. So you can imagine someone that she may have gotten other supports from other places, but I can tell you that if we had given her money, she would have thought of her school shoe that was bad, you know, thought of her hair that she has not made in a while, and other bills. But giving her the items needed, you know, quickly pushed her into doing that business, okay, and she did it and she succeeded in it. So we have not direct grants, but the government has always supported those ones that they trained for startups. The problem is that most times they are supported and they just do those things, give it to their friends, use it and joke, and then everything flops again. Yeah.
Okay, but lastly, has there been any laws or motions you sponsored or supported that
I have supported a lot.
directly improve
I have
development
in my constituency. On young girls, we are still on it. But if you talk about women generally, I will tell you that so far so good. We had two women in the house, and today 3 women are holding the ticket to run again in the State House of Assembly. And so by God's grace, we are likely going to have 3 as opposed to the 2 we had in the 8th Assembly. And for bills, motions, a whole lot of them I cannot, enumerate right now. But let me talk about the one that directly affects my constituency. Every time I say that the Port Harcourt Expressway, this is the first time in a very long while since I grew up that you can ply those 2 lanes at the same time. This is the first time. What happens is that you are on this one is working, the other one is not working. They are working on it, they will work on it for the whole year. So I also want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubi Simba, who connected to the center and knows how to play this card very well. So I raised the motion because we started having delays on that road. I saw delays on that road, and I pleaded through my motion, my prayers was that they needed to fix that road quickly so that my people will not be experiencing accidents. That Port Harcourt Expressway cuts across my constituency both ways, those in the rural and those in the urban area. So I raised that motion on the floor of the House. I may provide you with a copy of it anytime you want to see it. So that's one direct one.
That's a beautiful one, because I also know that that flyover has really cost so many lives, and that's a nice one. And I think it's indeed a great time with you.
Thank you.
And it's the whole world. So many people from Enugu South who has shared some concerns. I think there's a big eye-opener. They will beat their chest anytime that they have a capacity presentation in this chamber. So thank you. It's really a nice time. Is there any thing you want to tell your people,
my constituents,
your constituent people that they're watching?
I want young women
generally to plunge into the system. Power is taken, it's never given. You cannot sit down and be doing apathy and expect the government or whoever to come and give you what you have to come out first. I think on an interview today I said that where I am today by God's grace was a product of preparedness that met opportunity, and then this success happened. So girls, prepare yourselves, look out for opportunities on your phones. There is a lot going on today, but almost what most of our young people want to do is to do their TikTok, their Facebook, and then look for okay, let's not go into that, but please, young girls, the sky is too wild to accommodate all of us. Please come in, and I am open here to hold your hands, guide you with the little that I have learned, and make sure that you get to the top. And for my message to the constituents, I beg you people in the name of God, this administration is just completing its 4-year tenure, and if you are not, I've forgotten one of the musicians who said, Inara Fozo, Idi Amuihe, or Idi Amuihe Nara, something like that. Yeah, so you can agree with me that what His Excellency Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba is doing is leaving a legacy. I've not seen a government that came and completed projects. Anybody who has that mindset has a mindset of saving us a lot of money, and that is what he has done. I am pleading with all of us to please help support His Excellency Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba to come back in 2027 and complete the good work he has started, the legacy jobs that he is doing in Enugu that will benefit not just this generation but our next generations to come. He is bringing back Enugu as the pride of the East. Do not be distracted, and let nobody tell you that they are coming to do one thing and disappear. It's a lie. Let Oga, my boss, complete the good job that he has started. That's all I'm asking for.